And I love that, and that's how I've tried to operate in my own work with Africate, is finding my own talents, looking at my own resources and what I have around me, and thinking about how I can use those to really help girls in East Africa. So some of us might have a true talent for writing, and that's so useful in so many ways in trying to help to achieve and advance global health. We might want to put that to use in grant writing or marketing. A lot of us might have a talent for video making, and certainly we can put that to use in trying to raise awareness for the issues that stand before us all today. So at any rate, I know that all of us have talents, all of us have gifts and resources available to us, and if we can simply, as a collective, put those talents and resources to use in order to advance health in this world, in order to advance the economic challenges that so many women, so many children, so many others face around this world, we can truly create change as a group of young people. So I think I will leave us today with a Swahili phrase that I think embodies so well this spirit of collective action, and that is a Swahili word, tupo, and it means together we are stronger. I thank you all so much for being here today, working together as a collective, stronger body in order to advance global health and achieve the Millennium Development Goals. And I wish you all the best in your endeavors.
I hope that Ashley's message resonates with each one of you. She was only 11 when she saw a problem and decided she wanted to take action to fix it. And she did, and that's why she founded Africate. I encourage you all to visit her website. It's listed in the program. All of the speakers you've heard from today have contributed to achieving the Millennium Development Goals and advancing global health. They each have different stories, but one thing they share is a passion to make change. There are other factors that any one of them may have, but nothing is as important as passion. Age does not define you. It does not define your abilities. I urge you to just follow your passions and be the change you wish to see, as Gandhi said, and follow your passions. Each one of you has the ability to make change right now. You've taken the first step with coming to this conference, and I hope that this will only be a first step for you. I do not want you to leave here today thinking that you went to a conference, you met some nice people, hopefully you heard some interesting stories, and leave it behind. I want this to be a stepping stone. This is the first step on hopefully a path of activism and pursuing change. If there's one thing I want to leave you all with, is knowing that never accept someone telling you that something is impossible. Impossible does not exist. You can try and fail, and it is still an accomplishment. Failure does not mean negative. Failure means you tried something, it didn't work, and you just found one way that doesn't work. You'll find more that do that, and eventually you'll find the ways that do work. Follow your dreams, follow your hearts, and do not lose your idealism. Take that passion and use it to help change this world. Thank you. Before I give the microphone to Dr. Murphy, I just want to say that the success of this conference is based on her efforts. She's putting countless sleepless nights, countless hours, and a ton of hard work to make this conference as good as it possibly can be. And I think she deserves a big round of applause. Yes. And she also is here to remind me of things I might have forgotten to say. Another thing I want you all to do is look in your folders. You'll find a sheet with the title Youth Impact Statement. This is what we will be compiling after the conference. It will be your message to other youth and to all people who couldn't be here today of what you want to see. This is your chance to be heard. Please take a few minutes at the end of this conference to just fill it out, write in a few comments, answer the questions, and we will compile it and list it on the website in a few days. This is your chance to be heard, and this impact statement depends on your participation. Please give your heartfelt attention to this matter as thoroughly as possible so it can be the best possible. And I hope it will inspire other youth as you have inspired us and as hopefully some of the speakers have inspired you. Thank you.
Do you want to comment on all of
Why don't you start?
that? Okay, all right. We've come to that part of the day that for me is sort of a relief because I'm thinking about tonight when I'll be able to sleep. But also it's kind of bittersweet because we have been looking forward to being with you today, to spending this time looking into your eager faces and tapping into your energy and being able to leave here knowing that you have been inspired, you have been motivated, and that you will go home and think about what each one of you can do. And so we're hoping that you are going to be carrying something really substantive away with you. I would like to say a few words before I get into the conclusion of the conference. I would like for you to ask yourselves, what can I do? What can I do when I leave here? It doesn't mean that you have to go out and start an NGO. It doesn't mean that you have to go all the way to Timor-Leste or to Liberia or to the jungles of Colombia to be able to do something. You can start right in your own home. And I want to give you a few thoughts. All of you are very creative. And when you begin to think, you think without limitations. That is really one of the most exciting aspects of my job of working in a university with students. The world is an open field to you. There are no walls. So let me just toss out a couple of ideas that you may take back and consider in your world without walls. I would like to suggest to you to consider developing new skills. Think about what you would be interested in doing and where, if you become stronger, develop one or two more skills, you may expand your field of activity. I also encourage you to strengthen the skills that you already have. Do an assessment of all of the strengths that you personally know that you have and figure out how can I strengthen those abilities that I have, because they are going to enable me to be able to serve more effectively in my community or as a volunteer with a nonprofit or NGO or in any other area of endeavor that interests you and enables you to serve a greater goal, a greater vision. Now I want to share something with you that's kind of a passion of mine, but I'm almost too old to really get out and do it like I'd really like to. I have thought about maybe organizing at the university some survivalist camps. As I look throughout our country even, the various terrible, terrible disasters that we have suffered, from tornadoes, from mudslides, from flooding, from you name it, the tsunamis. And then what happens afterwards? People are struggling to survive. They're very basic skills that you can develop now. Come together as a group of young people. Get a survivalist trainer to come in or talk to your church or community organizations and say, we would like to do survivalist training so that if and when we have to face a catastrophe in our communities, and it could be in the heart of Missouri, it could be in any major city or countryside village in the United States, anywhere. It could be in New York City. There could be a catastrophe. You will be ready. Oftentimes, the young people are the ones who are left standing. We older people, our bodies a lot of times cannot handle the catastrophes. But you are the ones left standing, as Wissam was showing you with the movie and with his own experiences. Prepare yourselves, learn those skills.